he really, even now, he worries about her. You know, he does genuinely care about her, and this was, he doesn't understand why he did it.
A grandmother pleads for leniency for her teenage grandson after he admits to sexually assaulting a 91-year-old woman. I take you to the sentencing of Jesse Stone in Florida as he learns his punishment.
Mr. Stone, this is unfortunate for you.
All right, y'all. I don't even know why the grandmother got herself involved in this nonsense. I get defending your own as far as family is concerned, but a 91-year-old woman is no different than a child, in my opinion, when it comes to assaulting them in a physical manner, whether that be sexual or otherwise. Honestly, the son had to know, or the grandson had to know that that was not a good idea. And then what? I don't even understand. Like, I guess for me, I don't understand the psychology of sexual abuse, because it's like, how could you even be turned on at that moment in time to get into that mode to be able to get off in that situation, for lack of better terms? But either way, it's disgusting, and I believe that he should be held accountable. That's kind of crazy. Well, it's not kind of crazy. It's very, very crazy.
For you, for the victim, for both of your families.
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. We cover a lot of terrible, terrible cases for you here, and this one is really quite shocking and disturbing. And one of the reasons why it is so disturbing, the defendant, Jesse Stone, was just 14 years old at the time, and he admitted to sexually assaulting a 91-year-old woman. Jesse Stone was a
What
kid
is
when he
going on,
attacked
bro?
this woman. He still is a kid. He
14
turned
years
15
old.
in jail in December, but that doesn't matter. What he admitted to doing to this woman who befriended him in his neighborhood in Reddick, Florida, is absolutely
Why wouldn't he go
terrifying
play a
and makes you
sport or
wonder
something?
how anyone could do such a thing, let alone a 14-year-old boy. Now, before we get into Jesse Stone's sentencing, I want to go over the case and how it got to this point. Deputies were called
This
to
is
the victim's
absolutely
home one
confusing.
night last June.
Okay, I'm up here in Reddick. I'm at a house. A 91-year-old lady calls in saying she was just raped. We get on scene. She's beat up really bad.
The 91-year-old woman said she was sleeping in her bedroom when someone walked toward her.
That means
So she saw a shadow approaching her, and all of a sudden he just started like wailing on her. She's significantly injured in her face and got a big gash on her.
so that means he physically abused her, then took advantage of her, which makes it even worse, because it's not even like, I don't know. There's no way to justify it either way, but it's not even like it was a situation where maybe there was some kind of consensual in it, and then maybe she changed her mind later. No, this guy, as a 14-year-old kid, like, why is he playing a video game or trying to figure out like how to pass algebra or whatever he's doing at 14 years old? I don't know. There's much more things that he could have been doing. He could have been working on a YouTube channel. Do something. Like, why are you doing this to old ladies?
Her arm. She's 91 years old. So she says that the guy sounded Hispanic and he was telling her to be still and penetrated her with his fingers. And she said that he felt like he was not erect, but maybe trying to be. She said it lasted about 15,
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says he never took off his pants.
She said he never took off his pants, and it lasted about 15-20 minutes, and he left about 5 to 10 minutes prior to us going 97.
Marion County Sheriff's deputies launched a massive search for the attacker.
Okay, so I guess I understand the situation more now that they've explained it. This is just weird behavior, man. I don't know what people are teaching their children, whose kid this is, but I don't know. Maybe you need to go ahead and survey the family and figure out what's going on in the family, because that's strange. A 14-year-old just wanting to assault a 91-year-old lady is crazy. For the ladies who watch the channel, this right here is a cautionary tale. Pay attention. Pay attention, y'all.
A convicted mass murderer already serving life behind bars is now accused of killing again, this time his own wife during a conjugal visit. David Brinson, sentenced for the brutal murders of 4 people, was the last person to see his wife alive. At first, authorities believed she died of natural causes, but the autopsy tells a different story. The truth? She was strangled. Now her family is demanding answers. Like, how could this happen inside of a prison? And was there a deadly plan all along? I'll walk you through the details. For Law and Crime News, I'm Kennedy Walker. This woman, Stephanie Brinson.
Before they get into the details, you know what I want to say? I want to say to all the women who glorify prison husbands and pen pals and wanting to visit people in prison. There are some halfway decent individuals who reside in prison. I'm not gonna say everybody there is just a terrible person, but some people are there for a reason. And I think that you guys have to really take into accountability who you're bringing around your children, who you're bringing around your family, and who you're allowing your family to be involved in. This is not, dad advice or whatever the case might be. I'm just saying, in general, you guys really have to pay attention to the signs because this could have been avoided. But I digress.
Known as Stephanie Dowles, was found dead inside a California prison in November of 2024. She is now at the center of a homicide investigation because authorities say she was strangled. Her husband, a convicted mass murderer, already serving life behind bars.
Okay, so he's
David
convicted
Brinson is
4
serving
times
4 consecutive life terms without the possibility
for
of
offing
parole
people.
for the execution-style murders of 4 men during
Execution
a 1990
style
robbery in Los Angeles.
And it
He
was 4
convicted
dudes
in 1994 and just narrowly missed the death penalty. Now, according to the LA Times, here's what happened. Brinson
People are
reportedly
fools.
believed one of his victims, Robert Marks, was a high-level cocaine dealer. He stormed into Marks's home demanding drugs and money. But after ransacking the place and finding almost nothing, Brinson made a decision that would change the rest of his life and end someone else's. Prosecutors say he forced Marks and 3 other men to lie face down on the floor and then shot each of them in the back of the head, execution style. His victims included 59-year-old Robert Marks, his roommate, 28-year-old Gene McCullers, and 2 visitors,
His
Celadino
roommate,
Lentis,
holy.
who was 33, and William Terry, who was 27 years old. Despite his violent past, Brinson was still allowed visitors.
So my question is, if you understand this about the person, you had to know because she married him. If that dude was that ruthless to 4 men, why would you think as a woman that he would be any less ruthless towards you? That's a serious question I want to ask because it seems as though America's mental health is like in the dumps. But neither here nor there. I'm not trying to cover for anybody. I'm just saying you should have been able to see this from a mile away.
According to the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation website, some inmates are eligible for family visits, which is defined as visits that occur in private apartment-like facilities on prison grounds and last approximately 30 to 40 hours. On November 13th, 2024, Brinson and his wife were in the middle of a conjugal visit. Just after 2 a.m., prison officials say Brinson used the family unit phone to call for help, claiming his wife had passed out. Officers attempted to resuscitate her, but it was too late. Stephanie Dowles was pronounced dead at 2:51 a.m. At first, her death was believed to be from natural causes. Now, 4 months later, the Amador County coroner confirmed Stephanie was strangled. What's unclear is how long she had been at the prison and when exactly she arrived. Stephanie, known as Stevie, was 62 years old. Her family told KCRA she was a hairstylist and a small business owner. Her mother, Ovetta Wilson, called her, quote, the glue that held the family together. She was a mother of 2 and a grand.
And that's unfortunate because the lady probably was just looking for love. But, as adults, we have to really take into account how we navigate the world because at the end of the day, nobody is there to put a block between what we feel like what we should be doing and what we are doing. And at 62 years old, I think that this lady should have been a lot more cautious with her life. Like, she could have still been here had she been much more aware of what she was dealing with the person she was dealing with. You know, I'm a man. I think I can hold my own in most cases, but let's be clear. Even as a man, in most cases, if you have 3 to 4 men of your same size, weight, height, body stature, most people are not going to be able to deal with that much coming at them at the same time. And I, as a man, can, you know, say that without feeling some type of way about what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, it's just reality. 1, maybe 2, yeah, you can probably take them. But when you get into the 3s and 4s, if you're not a trained fighter, if you're not a trained assassin, there are very few people in that situation who will be able to hold their own. I'm not saying it's impossible now, but very few.
Grandmother of 6. Her family, devastated by her death, is now demanding answers from the prison. Like, how did this happen? And how are people with multiple murder convictions allowed to have conjugal visits? According to the CDCR, while certain inmates, like those on death row or convicted of sex offenses, are banned from these types of visits, multiple murder convictions are not listed as a restriction. Regarding security for family visits, an officer tasked with monitoring a visit can check in unannounced, but every effort shall be made to ensure the privacy of the inmate and their visitors, according to the CDC.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like they should have
no charges have been filed.
reached out to their mother, grandmother, whoever,
the Amador County Sheriff's Office
to go ahead
confirmed to the
and
Los Angeles Times that
make
Hansen
sure
is officially suspected of killing his wife.
that who,
If convicted,
like, of
this
who
would
she
be
was dealing
Hansen's
with,
5th murder charge.
because that's insanity, man.
And joining me now is prison consultant Justin Paperny.
But
Justin, it's
neither
great
here
to
nor
have
there.
you. We want to get your perspective.
This is gonna be the end of the video, y'all. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, click all. That way you can be notified anytime that I upload. Also, join the Discord. The link is in the bio. You guys be safe. Thank you for everybody who watches my content. You guys made it to the end. Please don't forget to hit the buttons so that we can continue to grow and be good for each other. In the meantime, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.